I'm author Brent Hartinger.
I'm Michael Jensen, editor of AfterElton.com.
And this is Two Gay Guys.
As you can see, we're here in the park to discuss the subject of today's episode, gay men in sports.
Like a lot of gay men, I have a complicated relationship to sports, but I'm actually a pretty good athlete. I was the best swimmer in high school it ever had. In fact, there was one guy who I used to beat regularly who went on to qualify for the Olympic team.
Unlike some gay men, I really enjoy sports. I regularly follow football, tennis, the Olympics, and just to show you how gay I am, I love figure skating. In fact, I can discuss sports better than I can Broadway musicals. But I didn't always have such good feelings about sports. I was a fat kid. When I was in 6th grade, my dad made me start playing football, both in order to lose weight and to make a man out of me. But it didn't work. I was just the fat kid who got in the way.
Okay, the truth is, while I was always a gifted swimmer, I was pretty crappy at other sports, especially team sports. Or maybe I just didn't have any interest. When the other boys were out playing baseball, my geeky friends and I were off making movies. So when my mom made me join the t-ball team in the 3rd grade, I became the first person in the history of the whole sport to strike out, which is almost impossible because the whole point of t-ball is that the ball just sits there on a tee. When I moved from junior high to high school, I decided to reinvent myself, like a lot of kids do. I was tired of being the artsy, geeky kid who, while never chosen last when picking teams in PE, was definitely in the bottom third. So I gritted my teeth and worked my butt off, and sure enough, by the end of the first semester of my freshman year, I was actually being chosen fourth. I'd never been so proud of anything, and I'm not sure I've been quite that proud of anything since.
I kept playing football through junior high and high school, which is when I started to realize I was gay. But showering with straight guys isn't the fantasy that some straight people seem to think it is. Ironically though, all that football did make a man out of me, just not in the way my dad expected. When I was a sophomore, I came home from practice one day and told my dad I'd had it and I wasn't going back and playing football ever again. After high school, I went to college, started working out, lost weight, went out for the football team and became the starting quarterback and led the team to its first national championship in school history. Okay, that last part didn't happen, but I really did lose weight and develop a lifelong passion for sports. Even more interesting, I discovered that my interest in sports surprised a lot of straight guys and made them a lot less nervous about my being gay.
These days I sort of feel like I've seen both sides of the whole sporting equation. Being such a good swimmer gave me an ownership of my body, a self-confidence that I've kept my whole life. That said, I sure wish my mom hadn't made me play t-ball.
That's it for this week.
Join us next week for another episode of Two Gay Guys.
Okay, Brent, sports pop quiz.
Okay.
It's 4th and 1 on your opponent's 40-yard line. Do you go for the game-winning field goal, or do you try and get another 5 yards before you kick?
I have no idea what you just said.
Oh, come on. I've been explaining sports to you for 15 years. You can do better than that.
Well, how about this? Oh.